Okay, today is Friday, May 22nd, 2020. The market's going to close in a few minutes. It's 3:53, so we had about 5, 6, 7 minutes as we're talking. Okay, the market opened a little bit up, then it went down. It's pretty much flat the whole day, back and forth. The futures overnight were mostly red. It looked pretty scary because Asia was down a lot, especially one of them were down over 5%. Europe stabilized as the morning went, which gave a little more confidence to our market. Not necessarily directly. Europe ended up being mixed. Our U.S. markets are also mixed right now and probably going to close that way. The Dow's down about 84, S&P's up about 2.7, Nasdaq's up about 25.7. So Nasdaq's the winner today. A good indicator is the Russell 2000. It's up $3.29, almost 1/4%. The VIX is down, which is also a very good indicator for a bull market. This is all if you're longing the market. And I'm an advocate of the idea that the market is a bull market and we have to stick it out as long as possible, as long as the trend goes, because you never know when the big gains are going to come in. Just when the market acts a little scary and confusing, that's often the the step before the big move. Usually to the upside, especially if it's a bull market. The VIX is down, which is good. It's a good internal. Oil was down today, but it's only down 1.5% about. It was down about 4 or 5 earlier. What else? We have copper's down 1.5%. It was down almost 3% earlier on. So the market is relentless. Okay, some people give you these charts and give you a half an hour description. I look at the market in very simple terms. We look at the internals, we look at the trend, we know the basic news. I know the news that comes out, but I want to focus on the reality. The behavior of the market is bullish. And therefore, unless things change dramatically, we got to hold or buy the dips. Yesterday, the market dipped. You hold or you buy. Today, the market dipped for a big part of the time. It was all red. You buy or you hold. We're waiting for the market to get over the next hurdle and go forward. We know the market's pretty extended. We know there's not going to go on forever, but right now the market's on pretty much steroids, and the main reason is the Fed and all the possible good news that are coming out with vaccines, ideas, and possibilities and cures. When you're in a bullish market, then all the news becomes positive, and we're printing money, and then good news, printing money, good news. It's all very good. Eventually becomes a little bit of a bubble, and then we have a nice pullback. Usually it's about 13, 14, 15 weeks of bullish behavior. Right now we're only about 7 or 8 or 8.5 weeks, depends where you count it from. I like to count from the beginning of April. Some people count from the end of March. So the trend is your friend. Stay with it, stay long. We have a holiday weekend on Monday, and then next week, so we're starting Tuesday. No one says we can't go down. No one says we're not going to continue going sideways. But this week was a very good week. The market was up really, I'm counting from last week, because the market was down at the beginning of last week, then pretty much reversed and went up, and we're up about 8% from that point, and the market's down about 2 or 3% if you're adding up some of the down days. But all in all, we're up maybe 6% or 5% for the week, which is a fantastic achievement. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We had that Monday massive $1,000 move in the Dow. So the trend is your friend. Stick with it. There's really not much to talk about. I know you'll have people all day talking about how the market's going to go down or things like that. I'm very into shorting the market. I love longing the TVIX, which is a hedge against the market. In fact, I long that without a hedge. But right now, I'm actually shorting VXX, shorting volatility, because the direction right now is for the market to continue going up, volatility to go down. So let's just be optimistic, focused, and at the same time realistic. The internals are mixed, like we were showing, so there's no guarantee that next week will just be all clear, but it looks like we're getting to the point that the market will go back to the bullish trend, which it really started and took a small pause yesterday and today. So let's just stay focused. Let's see if next week we get that bullish run, or we're gonna have to hit that ceiling again and then try to figure out if we're pulling back a little, and then figure out the next step. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.